Hi, welcome to my channel. I am K. Mahalakshmi, Head Department of IT from Madurai Sivagasi Nada's Pioneer Meenakshi Women's College, Puvandi. Today we are going to discuss a topic indexes in 7BCA3C1 Database Management System in Unit 4. What is index? So index in general term we heard a lot about index. If we have a book, if we want to search a particular topic in this book, you just go to that index page and you note down the page number. So then you go to that page and access the content or read the content. So this is the way we are accessing the book. So the search time will be reduced with the help of the index page in a book. The same way you are going to use the index in database too. So we have lot of records in a table. If you want to search a particular record in a table, so the access time, the time to get the particular record will be reduced with the help of the indexes. So the ultimate aim of using index is the response time for searching a row or record will be reduced. So it provide quick access. That's the meaning of quick access here. So it provide quick access and unique identification of a row in a table. Also indexes used to speed the row access in a table. And what is the definition of index? So index is an optional structure. It is associated with a table and clusters. Also it supports SQL commands and faster execution. So this is the image which represents the indexes. We have a table, employee table. There is a separate table, that is index table, with the employee ID. So the unique field is taken as index key in that index field. So if we want to search a particular record in employee table, so I can give the SQL command. The SQL command first directly goes to that index table, then it fetch the content from the employee table. So this is the way the index is going to give the result in a faster manner. Next, what is the limitation of indexes? So indexes are not appropriate for all the tables. So we cannot apply for the indexes for particular tables. So the what is the thing which decides this table is not suitable for creating index? So one thing, columns that have many rows with null values, columns containing many identical values, and tables with a small number of rows. So this is the thing which is not suited for creating indexes. So it should suitable for some tables. That is suitable candidate to create index is the presence of data in a column and the columns that are used as primary keys and those columns used as foreign key. So we can apply the indexes particularly in a table with these features. So and now we are going to discuss the facts about indexes. A table, we have a table, we are going to create index for that table, and how many indexes we can create for a table? So the answer is we can create any number of indexes for one table. That is, it should be unlimited one. The only thing, you need more managing effort for updating and maintaining that particular indexes. So this is the only difficulty we have with the indexes. There is no such a restriction for creating unlimited number of indexes. So in case update or delete operation, or insert operation, whatever it may be, you can do anything with the database, but it never affect the indexes. So an index can be created using the content of one or more columns of the database. So in the previous slide, I just show you the table, employee table with one column index. Here there is a possibility to create one or more columns for index. So when more than one column is used to create an index, it should be called as composite index. So the most important column should come first. So this is the only criteria we are going to consider when we create a composite index. So there is another thing about index. So it can be unique or non-unique. When a primary key is created, the column should have a primary key, and the oracle create it as a unique index. So the SQL commands used to query or update the tables do not change with the existence of an index. So the index is a separate part, it never affects the database. So it can be created or deleted without affecting the data too. So when it comes to index, so we are maintaining separately. You may have a doubt, is it occupy additional disk space for storing everything about the information within that index? So the answer is it occupies additional disk space. So definitely we should give space to store index. So then only it can work efficiently with the data table. So all the changes made to the table are automatically updated in the index too. So we should give separate space. So when it comes to a table, if we are maintaining a index, so it occupies more memory and more maintenance effort. So this is the only drawback or difficulty we are having with the indexes. So index, how we are going to create an index? So this is the one method which is available in Oracle to create an index. It can be created during the design process of the table structure using the primary key constraint. So when the table has existing data, whenever a row is inserted, the indexes are updated. So this is the method we are going to create an index. So creating an index, you can create it for existing table, or you are going to create it for new one. But the only thing, we cannot create an index for certain columns with the table. That is, if the column have the data types as lobs, long and long row, so we cannot be indexed with this particular column. So creating indexes, so these are the four possible ways to create an index. First, with create index with the constraints. Second, create index with the create index command. Creating a function based index. Create an index using key compression method. So the first method we are going to discuss in this slide. When creating a constraint using unique or primary key, Oracle automatically creates an index. If the constraint is enabled, the index is also ready to work. No other specific command is used to create an index. This should be enough. So through the primary key or unique constraints are possible to create an index. So the keywords are used for adding extra thing, adding the special feature with the unique key or primary key, that is enable, and using index options are preferred. Create table, here is an example. Create table, your table name is employee, EMP named as EMP, and the columns listed here as EMP number and so on. And we are adding a keywords enable primary key using index. Now the index is successfully created. The attributes of the table as follows as table space and a PCT free. So here I am successfully create a index with a primary key or unique key constraint. Next, creating index with the create index command. So we have a command for creating a table, create table, table name. The same way you are going to create a index with the help of create index command. So if we have one column or a unique column or a composite column, so this is there is no such issue. So we can create a simple index or composite index. So this is the syntax: create and unique. Unique is optional, and index name on schema name dot table name, and the columns or the constraints are listed here. Then the following attributes are listed here. So cluster, initial transaction, maximum transaction, table space, storage, PCT free, no short, recoverable, unrecoverable. So everything are attributes associated with index. So this is the second method. The arguments are discussed here. What we have in the syntax: cluster, it indicates the name of the key is indexed to a cluster, and a table space is again indicates the name of the table space the user is going to use it for creation of the index. So we can use different table space, it's according to the user's choice. If you want to improve the performance, you can use different table space. So PCT free indicates a space that should be left free and unused by the indexes. The next attributes: initial transaction and a maximum transaction. It indicates the initial value and a maximum space allocated for the transactions of the data block in the indexed segment. Storage specifies the parameters stored by the index. So for example, if we are going to create an index, now I am going to connect with the database with the help of the command connect demo/demo. So my username is demo and the password is also demo. Now I am connected with the database. Now I am going to create a index. Before that, I am going to know what are the tables available in that particular login demo. So I want to list out the tables with this command: select table underscore name from user underscore tables. So table names are listed here. Here I have a customer table, department table, employee table, and item, job, location, price, product, and salary grade, salary order. Now I am going to take one table from that listed tables from created by the user. The table is select the table is department. I am going to get the information from that particular department table. Select star from department. The table content are listed here. The department ID, name, location ID, and the informations available here are listed. So I am going to create an index based on this department table. So this is the command: create index. Index name is DEP name on department. Within that I am going to specify the column name, that is name. That is, I am going to refer the department name. Now the index is created successfully. Index created. After creating the index, a new query to the table will not show the physical order. So the new index will be updated with each inclusion or change made to the database. So this is about creating index command. So we cannot create an index that uses only one column if it was already used by another index. We can create a composite index that includes a column that was already used by another index. So this is an example which shows the fact: create index. Index name is IND name on department. Within that bracket I am going to specify the name of the column, that is name. Now it shows error because I already created an index based on this column name. So we cannot create more than one index for same column. So this is the reason for showing this error. So this errors will be: this list of column is already indexed. Next, creating an index with the create index command. Now I am going to create a composite index. Composite index always involves one or more columns. Create index, index name, name, location on department. Within that I am going to specify name, location ID. Now index is created. It never shows error for name column because I am representing name column and location ID column. So that's the reason. So now I am going to show you an example for that particular creating index command. I am connected with the username Scott and password is Tiger. Now I am connected with the database. So create index name on table name. I'm going to specify the column and the table space, storage, and next PCT increase and PCT free. Everything is listed here. Now the index is created. So next, creating an index with the function based values. So function based index is also possible in Oracle. It improves the queries. That is, we are going to use a value returned by a function or expression, since they store the value by a expression or function of the index itself. So the advantage of this particular function based index is the ability to include sorts based on keys containing words with accents or disregarding the size of the letter in the field. For example, I am going to get the value and I am going to convert it into upper and I am going to make use of it. So the example is create index name is x1, on that particular table is new emp2, and within that I am going to specify the employee name column. It should be converted into upper. So names in lowercase are combining lowercase and uppercase. The following select command will return the data from all the entries that includes the name Smith. So select star from new emp2. New emp2 is a table where upper the column name is mentioned here as ename equal Smith. So it will check with the values and return if the name includes the name Smith. If it includes a part is Smith. Now we are going to create an index based on the German language. So it is not applied to the example table we are using. So this is the command, create index nls index and on table name. That is then I am going to mention the column name as name and short. So this is the way I am going to create a function based index. Creating an index using key compression. So key compression, this is the technique that helps to eliminate the duplicated values of a key column. So the key compression method breaks the key into two parts. One is called as prefix and another one is suffix. The prefix is shared by all the entries of the index block. For example, a name is always followed before the last name or it should be mentioned at the first name. Whatever it may be, some name is common for all the people, like Maria Rose, Maria Franklin, whatever it may be, the name available in all the names. So if we want to improve our search, so we should cut down the common name. So the index creates the prefix Maria, which is shared by all 1000 records. So we are with this compression method, we can save space and improving our performance. To create a compressed index, add the compress class, create index name and the column name and compress, and 1 it will be activated. So whenever we want to remove the compress method, we can apply no compress class. So the key compression can be disabled with the help of alter index command and then no compress class. So alter index name and the column name, rebuild no compress. So this is the way I am going to remove the key compression values. So changing an index, so it is restricted to modify the transaction and the storage parameters. So there is no other change possible in index. So we are not able to change the columns in the index. It must be deleted and recreated with a new definition. So alter index command is used for changing the attributes or make some modifications in index. So the following command is listed for changing an index. Alter index name, initial transaction. The value of initial transaction is 5, maximum transaction is 10. storage and PCT increases 50. So these are all the attributes which is mandatory for creating alter index command. So recreating an index can be recreated by using the alter index command. It is equivalent of deleting or reconstructing the index with advantage of reorganizing the fragmentations of a block and providing better performance. The command is for recreating an index, existing index, alter index name, rebuild. The rebuild option specified right after the name of the index, and it includes some other options to alter index command. So we can recreate the index online with there is a possibility in Oracle. So if this operation is necessary when all the users are connected through online in Oracle. Recreating an index. So recreating an index, add the online option to the alter index or create index command. So the command is as follows: create index name is IND name on department 1, the columns are D name and location. So I am going to make use of the index through online because all the users are accessing that particular application running in online. So index is created. Alter index IND name, rebuild online. Now the index is changed. So now there is a possibility to obtain information about indexes, that is what are all the indexes created by the user and how many indexes are available for particular table or the whole users created index list. Everything we can derive from the user underscore index command. All the user indexes created by users are stored in data dictionary. So this is the way we can list out the indexes. Eliminating an index. How we are able to eliminate an index? The drop command is used for eliminating an index. Drop index name is used to delete an index. Thank you.